Wow! Just wow! We are on our way to check out the first place for the day. We're going to Salolim Dam, and it's a very important dam for Goa, especially South Goa. I'm going to tell you more about the place once we get there. Otherwise, it'll get a little too confusing. So let's go. I mean, we're already going. On the way to the Salolim Dam, we found this restaurant. It's called O Cozinero, and we ordered a local favorite. This is O Cozinero Special Chicken Dry Fry. I haven't tried it, but it smells really good, and kind of excited to have this. This is the fried rice, and that's paneer chili for the vegetarians. This for me, all for me. I gotta tell you guys, everything you see here is absolutely fantastic. It's really, really good, and it's probably one of the best meals that I've had so far in Goa, and that's saying a lot because we had some really, really good meals. Yeah, I thought it's gonna be good, but I didn't think it would be this good. After a mind-blowing lunch followed by a 30-minute drive, we arrived at a place that was sure to astonish us. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Salolim Dam. It's a very important dam, a very important project for Goa, especially the south of Goa, because the drinking water and the water for irrigation of crops is supplied through this dam. And it's quite big, as you can see. This is where the Salolim River originates, which is actually a tributary of the Zuari River, which is the largest river in Goa. And it's a very beautiful dam, a very beautiful place to visit. Obviously, because it's a beautiful river and a beautiful place in the midst of Western Ghats. You see the mountains there? Those, ladies and gentlemen, are the Western Ghats. If you're wondering why I was so keen on coming to the Salolim Dam, even though we've all gone to a lot of different dams, then the reason is this. That, by the way, this thing, that's the spillway over here. This is called a duckbill spillway. This is called duckbill because this is like half of an oval. You'll see a lot of bellmouth spillways videos on YouTube and everywhere on social media, but this, I believe, is one of a kind because this is not a complete circle. You know, they call it the glory hole. The glory hole, yeah, that's what it's called. The bellmouth spillways are also known as glory holes for some reason, but this is the duckbill spillway, and this is actually very deep. I've been told that the depth of this spillway is 44 meters. That's about 140-150 feet, if I'm not wrong. And I'll show you the other side. This is where the water comes out from. That place right there, those are the, wait, yeah, you see that? Those are botanical gardens right there. I'm not really interested in seeing any botanical gardens right now. So we're just going to check out this place as much as we can and then head to the next destination for the day. Navigate to Butterfly Beach.
I don't think there's network.
Yeah, there's no connectivity. Anyway, so
navigating to Butterfly Beach.
not bad. Alright, so checked out the Salolim Dam and it was quite an experience, but it is damn hot outside. As you can see, we're sweating terribly. It's been a very, very hot day here in Goa. It's pretty much an everyday thing over here. Even though it's like the middle of December, it's pretty hot, but then it could also be due to the fact that it stopped raining here only like 2 weeks back. So, not even 2 weeks, actually I was here last week and it was still raining. So it has been a very hot day, hot week, but it's been worth it because the sights have been really nice. And now we go to Butterfly Beach, as you heard it already. Kinda excited for that because apparently you get to see dolphins if you go inside. I don't think we're gonna be lucky enough to see dolphins, but we may get to see some crabs. Maybe, catch hold of them, cook them up for dinner. But then I don't eat crabs, and these two are vegetarians, so sad life. What you see on the right is the factory where Pepsi is manufactured, and to tell you the truth, I could really do with a Pepsi right now. We are so thirsty, and the water that we had in the car, it's not water anymore, it's boiling water. So yeah, you see, that's the Pepsi factory right here. I saw a shop behind, but I was too fast to stop, so we gotta find the next shop and get Pepsi or anything, any cold drinks. Something with lemon would be amazing. This is one of the canals that originates at the Siloam Dam. I wish I could drive up there. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, so I'm just gonna avoid it. Just wanted to show you this, so I stopped the car. Let's go back now. One cool thing about places like Goa and a few other tourist destinations is that when you have a new product coming to the market, it arrives here first. It may or may not come to the other markets, but you will find them over here. I found some really cool juices yesterday, and today we found this. It's Fantasia. I first had the grapefruit and raspberry juice, and this is virgin mojito. Let's see how this is. The previous one was pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I like this.
Continue
Doesn't have
for 10
caffeine,
kilometers.
but that's okay. No one's falling asleep in this heat, even if you want to. This is nice, really good, very refreshing. What do you say?
No, not my thing.
Not your thing. Okay, so do not hear what she has to say. Do not listen to her, because she doesn't really have a great opinion about most food and beverages. So yeah, it's invalid here. As it was late in the afternoon already, I put my foot down for a bit with the aim to reach Butterfly Beach as soon as possible. The drive was quite exciting, but we had no idea what was in store for us. I knew that we had to hike to the beach, but I didn't know that the path to get to the point wasn't a regular road. After a point, you hit this path that really awakens the rally driver in you. And it's worth mentioning that the Honda BRV didn't even break a sweat on this. We're asked to park our car behind here. It's about a 300 to 400 meter walk, I believe. They charged us $100, which I think is strange. And it wasn't a government thing. Apparently, it's a private property. So, well, tough luck. It does look like we are in the middle of a jungle, and I haven't been in the middle of a jungle a lot, if at all. So, that's pretty cool. Something new for me, and I think for the ladies as well. हाँ, इधर से गाड़ी नहीं जाएगी. As I mentioned earlier, none of us have hiked through a jungle all that much. So this 1.5 kilometer walk was quite exciting and very, very special. But nothing, and I mean nothing, not even this awesome walk could have prepared us for what we were about to witness. Wow! Just wow! I have seen these things only in movies and TV shows. I've never, ever in my life seen anything like this. Nothing. This is absolutely beautiful. Just fantastic. There's a shoot going on over there. I don't know if it's a pre-wedding shoot or post-wedding shoot, but some shoot is going on over there. But just look at this. Just look at this. I think I need to go for a swim. I can't not go for a swim. This is... wow! It took me 29 years to see this. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I'm so glad. Today it's low tide, otherwise you have water come all the way up here. Wow. Now time to say goodbye to Butterfly Beach. Unfortunately, I couldn't see too many butterflies, maybe just like 2, 3. Okay, now just when you talk about it, you see that? I don't know if you could see that on the camera, but anyway, it's time to say goodbye to Butterfly Beach. I don't feel like going, but I need to. It's getting darker. This experience at the Butterfly Beach was something. The whole trip, right from day one, has been memorable, really memorable. But you know how they say, you start well, you often do, but it's important to end well. And that's where all of this becomes so important. The decision to come here at Butterfly Beach paid off, and because of this, the end of the trip is going to be so memorable for me. It's been quite a journey. If I could do this every day of my life, I think I would. I wouldn't have any complaints. I know I'm sounding a little philosophical and everything, but that's what it does to you, you know? It's been so beautiful. I've never seen anything like this before, and I finally do. And I'm lost for words. So I'm saying things, repeating things. I'm really happy. So, if you come to Goa, spend more time in South Goa. A lot of time in South Goa. We're walking towards our car and it's getting dark, and as it gets darker, it gets more exciting, but also a little creepy, because remember, this is actually a jungle. See this? This is actually a jungle. We're in the middle of a jungle. So you got to like speed up a bit. This is so exciting. This is so amazing. I had almost cancelled the trip. I thought, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go to Bangalore from Mumbai because it's kind of tired. But Rajeshri was like, dude, I came to Mumbai only because you said that we'll be going to Goa. So I said, okay, you know what, let's meet, let's go to Goa. So we met in Mumbai and we came to Goa. So this is happening only because of Rajeshri getting mad at me. And then I asked Neha, because it was just two of us, it would have been a little too expensive. I asked Neha if she would join in, and it took a little bit of convincing, but she agreed. And boy, all three of us are very, very glad. I'll try and turn on the torch here. It's getting darker and darker and darker and darker, and we're still a few hundred meters from the car. It wasn't 250 meters, by the way, it was a good 1 kilometer walk. Remember this, if you have to come to Butterfly Beach, there are two ways to get here. You have to park your car near Angonda somewhere, take a boat, and then come to Butterfly Beach on the boat, in the boat. The other way is to park your car good 1.5 kilometers from the beach and then hike your way over there. But truth be told, it is totally worth it. The boat rides, by the way, are quite expensive. They charge you about 2,000 or something per boat. I'm not really sure, but it was quite expensive. We asked someone over here at the beach, and they said that they'll take you inside, show you the dolphins and stuff, and they charge 2,000 rupees. So I don't know how much it is from Agonda, but I know for a fact that it's quite expensive. You might as well save a few $100, probably a few $1,000, and then park your car over here and take a walk. Apart from the beach itself, even the drive, you know, once the roads end, it's kind of exciting. It's really cool. You know, it's not something that you do every day. You're literally driving in the middle of a jungle. I just wish that I had the 4x4, or at least an all-wheel drive. That would have been quite exciting. But I've probably tried to drive it around the riverbed or something. But no complaints at all. And just like that, it was time to say goodbye to Goa. But as it turned out, we still had some adventure left. By the time we got to the main road, tanked up and got some coffee, it was 8:30 p.m. And since extending the trip was not really an option, I was more than happy to drive the night away. Driving from Goa to Bangalore via Karwar and through the jungles of Western Ghats was beyond exciting. At one point, we had to take a diversion that took us literally inside the forest. Oh, and we spotted a deer too. I couldn't have possibly asked for a more epic way to wrap up an uber epic designated road trip. that's it. The first edition of the designated road trip comes to an end, and I have so many emotions in me right now. I can't quite put it in words. It's been such a fantastic experience. I can't believe it's coming to an end. It has come to an end, and as fate would have had to have it, I finished my trip exactly at 3,000 kilometers. Check this out. 3,000 kilometers is exactly where this came to an end. This is the total number of kilometers that I've driven in this road trip. Before I started this road trip, when I was planning for this, I thought, okay, 3,000 kilometers is something that I'm gonna be doing, because last year when I went to Goa and Mumbai, I did 2,500 kilometers. So I was hoping to do a little more, and it's just 500 kilometers. But because we were driving so much in the ghats and the mountains and small roads in Goa, Hampi, etc., it is a lot more than just 500 kilometers. Trust me. I don't really know what to say. There's so many emotions in my head right now, and I can't really find a way to express myself. So I think I'm just gonna unload the luggage now. So the road trip has officially come to an end. I just realized that I never officially introduced Neha on the channel. This is Neha. You've met Rajshri already, and most of the shooting from Bombay, not from Bombay, but since the time I reached Goa again, it was done by Neha. So thank you so much. If you're watching this video, thank you so much. Thanks for watching this video, and if you've watched the entire series, thank you so much for that as well. And I'm going to thank these two ladies, Rajshri and Neha, once again. They've been amazing company. They've been so awesome to travel with. This has been the best trip of my life, especially the last leg. Apart from these two, I got to thank the other guys as well, Rahul and Vidyadhar, and my friends in Bombay. But Rahul and Vidyadhar especially, because you guys were fantastic company to travel with, and hopefully we can do this again very, very soon. For you guys watching, I hope this series helped you decide your road trip, plan your road trip, plan your road trip, and makes things a little easier for you, if not a lot. Make sure that you like this video, if you like the video, that is. Like, share, subscribe, of course. Do not forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell icon. Bye. I almost forgot to thank this amazing, superbly reliable car, the Honda BR-V. It's been such an amazing partner for me over the last 2 years, and none of this would have been possible without the Honda BR-V. So, thumbs up to that. Yeah.